It's been a minute. We're talking Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 12. Obviously, this was an action-heavy chapter. All right, we had Boruto and Sarada team up against Hidari. Konohamaru was there. Kawaki showed up. And then, we got the whole plot device introduction of the Thorn Soul. So I want to talk about the actual chapter and kind of give my 2 cents on everything and where I see it going in the future. So, for one, the battle, right? Hidari versus Boruto. This was really cool, but it seemed like Boruto had this in the bag. Like, there's no real need for him to have assistance other than to make it easier for him. Because this was all Boruto, right? So, Boruto, Sarada, and Konohamaru, they engage in the battle, and they start teaming up. Boruto has to, be that guy out here destroying the reinforcements that Hidari manifested, because Hidari can still summon claw grimes since they're no longer loyal to Code. They're loyal to the other Shinju, and this is nothing. Boruto's like, yeah, alright, I'll handle their numbers. You just watch out for Hidari since he's after you anyway. And then when he pops up, I'll destroy him. And that's what he does. As soon as Hidari popped up, Boruto throws a shuriken, flying Raijins behind this man, claps that dude into the ground with a Rasengan. It's a callback to Minato versus Obito, which is dope, because Boruto's got his own little spice, his own little flavor, so it doesn't feel the same, but in the end of the day, it's that Minato vibe as well, so I'm happy about that. And then they basically show how Hidari heals and recovers from significant damage. So Hidari had to retreat to his base of operations where they have that black cube, and then they have the roots above them that they use to heal their bodies. So Hidari can heal himself in that dimension if he's significantly damaged, and then after he returns, Boruto's like, alright, look, I'm gonna destroy him with my jutsu. Y'all just need to buy me some time. So when it comes to the Uzuhiko, when it was debuted originally in Chapter 3, we got to see the effects of the jutsu on a small scale. If Boruto wants to use this jutsu to instantly kill someone, he could. But he could also use this jutsu to create the opportunity to interrogate somebody. It acts like a genjutsu in a way, because once you get hit by the effects, all of your sensory perceptions get tampered with and everything starts spinning for you. Now, we learn that, if he charges it up enough, he could easily one-shot any opponent, because this jutsu has limitless power. So, obviously, giving Boruto a jutsu that has limitless power is like, okay, you're too strong. But Kishimoto does a good job by adding the limitations of how the jutsu is performed. So in order to actually use Uzuhiko, Boruto needs to have 2 feet planted on the earth. He can't be flying around and using Uzuhiko. He needs to be connected to the planet in order to take advantage of the planet's limitless power. So there's an asterisk there, a pretty big one. The planet only has so much energy. Of course, when it comes to all of its nature energy and how it supplies the best chakra fruit ever, all that is good and dandy, but it doesn't seem like they're going with the nature energy angle. It actually seems like Boruto's taking advantage of the kinetic energy of the planet's centrifugal force. That's what he says. He uses the centrifugal forces of the planet, so he's taking advantage of its spin and its orbit around the sun. So there's huge kinetic energy there, because obviously the planet is spinning super fast all the time. I know it doesn't feel fast to us, it's 24 hours. That thing's moving fast, and then it's also flying through space around the sun at incredibly high speeds. So taking advantage of all that kinetic energy and then building up and turning it into chakra, he can power up the Uzuhiko to whatever strength level he needs, as long as he has the time to do so. So the Uzuhiko can't just become instantaneously limitlessly powerful. No, he has to build up that chakra, which is why he's like, I'm gonna need you guys to buy me some time while I charge up the Uzuhiko. Now, this gives me Spirit Bomb vibes, right? Because Boruto has to charge his ability to get it to be as strong as possible, and he needed his teammates around to distract the enemy while he does this. This is like when Goku has to charge up the Spirit Bomb, and Piccolo or Vegeta or anybody steps in order to fight for Goku while he charges the Spirit Bomb. So, when it comes down to it, this could be Boruto's trump card later in the future, where if him and Kawaki or all the other strong people need to team up on the big bad, Boruto's gonna be like, alright, you guys think you can fight him for 5 minutes while I charge up the finishing blow? And he's just gonna be standing there pulling in the planet's chakra to charge up a super Uzuhiko, right? Because right now what we saw wasn't even enough to finish off Hidari. The Uzuhiko he used was incomplete because he didn't have enough time to fully charge it up, since the opportunity to hit Hidari presented itself a little bit too early, right? He tried to eat Sarada, she wasn't about it, she hit her Chidori stream, and then she threw him at Boruto, and Boruto took advantage of that opportunity, basically destroying every single part of Hidari except for his head and one of his arms. So my man was pretty much done for. Give Boruto a little bit more time and he could have completely destroyed him, but Kawaki obviously came in to sweep Hidari under the rug. They were like, no, we gotta kill him before he slips into the claw marks. Kawaki just erased them Jones with Sukuna Hikona. He shrunk them to the point where they don't exist. Hidari falls on the ground, and Kawaki just blasts him away, and he turns to dust. Now, on the defeat of Hidari is where we get this introduction of the Thorn Soul Bulb. I'm going to call it a Thorn Soul because I hate saying all three of those words together like that, but the Thorn Soul is a new plot device that they're introducing into this arc of the Two Blue Vortex story in order to have a tool that's needed in order to actually save the people who have been transformed into trees. So in order to rescue Sasuke, or Moegi, or Bug, they're going to need to capture the Thorn Soul of the Shinjus that are using their chakra. So when you defeat the Shinju, instead of just being dust, all of their structural material recoalesces and becomes this bulb, the Thorn Soul. It has like spikes and the renegons in the middle. It looks pretty cool. People are saying it's like a chakra fruit originally. It's different. I don't know how they're going to use this Thorn Soul. Like, I don't know what the functionality is, like how they apply it to Sasuke's tree site. Like, do they bury it underground? Do they like plug it onto Sasuke's face? Like, they have to use it in some way, shape, or form to actually rescue those guys, but it's an essential tool needed to rescue those trapped in trees. And it's insane because we learn about this from Boruto, who learned about it from Kashin Koji. So Kashin Koji's over here like, let me see that thing. And he has the toads, and Boruto shows him, is like, are you sure this is it? And Kashin Koji says, yeah, there's no mistake. It's the same as what I saw before. It's a Thorn Soul bulb. Now, pause, right? Kashin Koji has seen this before. When you defeat a Shinju, a Thorn Soul is created, and you can use that to free the original person that they're pulling chakra from out of the tree. So he knows you can rescue these guys. Where is he getting that information from? What interaction did he have with a Shinju before this? I thought the Shinjus were created after the Ten Tails disappeared. Boruto was like, look, man, you need to stop with this Ten Tails stuff before worse things happen. And then worse things happen. And we got Jura, Hidari, Matsuri, and Bug's Ten Tails variation. So the interesting thing is, like, Kashin Koji knows a lot about stuff he shouldn't know about. And they're in Orochimaru's hideout. And that's their base of operations, because we saw they're in a hallway. It's got the scale pattern on the walls, and they have lanterns in the shape of snakes. So what the hell's going on with Kashin Koji and Orochimaru and Boruto? Because Sasuke's been in a tree for at least 2 years. Does that mean Hidari's been roaming around for 2 years with no objective and he just now gained his ego or consciousness? Nah, they just popped up. That's what we learned. So how did he see this before, right? And everyone was theorizing, oh, it's Future Sight. Boruto's using Future Sight. I don't think so anymore, based off what Kashin Koji's saying. So we need answers. Just like how just like how Kawaki and Shikamaru are like, all right, where are you getting all this information from? How do we know it's reliable? Like, how do you know so much? I'm way more like that now. Like, I'm like, bro, I need answers. Next chapter, if I don't get a flashback of how Boruto met Kashin Koji or some sort of indication or expansion on this statement from Kashin Koji, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be waiting here for months until they address this, bro. But anyway, Kashin Koji knows way too much, and Jura feels the same way. So Jura, like miles away, right? He's so far away from Konoha that it's not even in the sight lines on the horizon. He's over here watching Konoha, but we can't see it. We saw how far away he was, and in the paneling, it's not even like you can see the gates or any indicator that Konoha's on the horizon. But he's able to snipe Boruto with a Biju bomb, and it's obviously like not a Biju bomb, but it's like a bullet. So like the Biju bullet, he's using that to snipe Boruto from like far as hell away, right? Now, when that happens, right, Boruto gets sniped, he gets hit in the chest, but it's not in any of his vital areas. So I don't think Momoshiki's gonna step in to actually like take over. Boruto's not unconscious yet. That is a possibility, but I don't think we're gonna get Momoshiki next chapter. Sarada does try to reach for the Thorn Soul because she knows it's essential too. She gets sniped as well throughout the arm, and then Jura's like, all right, we're just gonna eat Kawaki. Boruto, you gotta die. The fact that you know about the Thorn Soul makes you too dangerous. So even Kashin Koji's knowledge of the Thorn Soul, right? The fact that he can say that's a Thorn Soul, and then Jura calls it the same thing. Crazy how he has that terminology, right? Like, who created that? Who knows about that? Where did all this come from? I don't know, right? I don't even think the Otsutsuki are aware of this thing being a reality, since nobody's manipulated the Ten Tails this way. At least so far, we've never seen it manipulated this way. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Sarada's injured, Boruto's injured. They're gonna need medical attention, especially Boruto. He just got shot in the chest. So I want to see two things next chapter. Either Sarada steps up and she's like, look, I haven't been wasting my time skip either. I can actually perform pretty good medical ninjutsu now. And then she heals her arm and she heals Boruto, because you already know medical core in Konoha's not gonna help Boruto, right? They view him as a traitor. So they're just gonna be like, look, you're already in the bingo book. We have people who are out there looking to kill you every day. Now that you're dying here right now, we're not gonna help you. So medical core is not gonna help Boruto, right? Unless Shikamaru tells them to. Or Sarada's gonna be like, I can heal you, I got this, right? The other thing I want to see is, if that doesn't happen, Boruto's gonna have to retreat, you know, flying Thunder God to Kashin Koji's base like he did before when his karma went out of control. And then he's going to get some sort of healing from wherever he's at, because if that really is an Orochimaru hideout like we suspect it is, Orochimaru can heal, right? I don't know why Orochimaru would side with Boruto. I mean, he's not a good guy, but, you know, he's not a bad guy either. So maybe they're working together. Maybe Orochimaru knows more or found some way to fix his memory after omnipotence or something, you know. But we do know Orochimaru can heal him. Kashin Koji can bring him to, like, you know, some hot springs in Mount Myoboku or some sage mode healing or whatever, because he can't use the karma to regenerate. So Kashin Koji can help Boruto, hopefully, and we can get some expansion on how he knows so much. That'd be great, you know. But Boruto's got to get some medical attention next chapter, for sure, since he's the only one who he can rely on in battle. I'm hoping Jura takes that Thorn Soul Bulb of Hidari back to that base where Hidari went to actually heal during this chapter, and he can reconstruct Hidari's figure. That way, I would love to see Hidari come back, because that's Sasuke's 10 Tails variation, and he did not deliver enough for me, right? We saw him fight. I saw a Chidori. That was it, right? Oh, I can turn my arm into a sword. Cool. I can use the Chidori. Badly. Whatever. And then you were defeated. I need some evolution with Hidari. Hopefully, Jura brings him back since he recaptured the Thorn Soul. And then they'll have to figure out how to fight this guy when he's stronger, right? He's like, I can't use the Chidori because I don't have a Sharingan. Let me get a Sharingan. Like, do something with Hidari. Bring him back. Otherwise, that's going to be my one complaint with the chapter. If Hidari's actually gone, then I'm like, all right, whatever. I mean, you can't hit them all, right? But anyway, let me know what you guys are thinking about the chapter in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I've been your man, Zagreus Ninja. Have a great day. Peace.